Just to set the scene again then here at the Place de la Bourse, as I've said all day long, we've been having people, hundreds of people, at one stage thousands of people turning up here in the centre of Brussels, laying flowers, writing messages with crayons on the pavement. It's been very moving and actually quite upbeat considering what happened in this city yesterday. Well, I'm joined now by Pauline Graystone. She's a British eyewitness to the attacks at Zaventem Airport. She was filmed sheltering with her family in the immediate aftermath, an image that has become synonymous with yesterday's events. Pauline, wonderful to have you here.
Hello.
Tell me what happened to you yesterday and your family.
Yes, we arrived at the airport. We were going on holiday.
Where were you going?
Puerto Rico.
Uh-huh.
We're still hoping to go, but so we arrived. We went to aisle 8, which is where American Airlines were. We had just checked in our luggage, and we heard a big crack behind us. And I looked round and said, "What is that?" And my husband immediately said, "This is a bomb." And we just dropped down right by the check-in desk. The check-in man behind our desk was just about to hand back our passports. So we stayed, and then a few seconds later, there was a much bigger bang for us. We could smell the burning, we could feel the heat, so it was much closer, and then we really were frightened. We knew this was the real thing.
Terrifying.
Yes, it was. I mean, after that second bomb, I just was thinking, we were thinking, okay, where's the third one going to go off? So we just stayed put, stayed very still, huddled up as tight as we could, and waited and waited. It felt like an age, probably was not, because we didn't know what to do. Do we go? Do we run? Do we stay?
How many kids did you have with you?
I had my one daughter. My other daughter is safely in Edinburgh.
Right.
She knew nothing about this until later on. But my 16-year-old daughter was by my side, and she was terrified like I was.
And apparently you just heard a few days earlier that if something like this were to happen, if there was a threat of a bomb, you have to basically bundle up as tightly as possible.
Yeah. I was reading the Guardian website, I must admit, and I clicked on the link. I don't know why. We were flying, so it just said what to do if you're under attack. And it said, rule number 1, get as small as you can, so we did. Rule number 2, don't run. And that was the thing that really stuck in my mind, stay where we are. And I guess that worked for us, we were lucky.
Describe the sounds that you heard, the kind of, just the atmosphere immediately after the second bomb went off.
Yeah. Well, it was weird because for me, it went completely silent. I didn't hear a thing. And it was only when I saw the video of us later that I realized that actually there was a lot of people shouting, a lot of people running around and making noise. But for me, it was a complete silence. All I could see was this stuff falling off the ceiling. And it was only when we actually decided to get up and run out when we really saw the devastation. And that again, was very scary.
That must have really been awful because it suddenly dawned on you what could have happened.
Absolutely. No, I mean, I think for me, after the second bang was terrifying. The most terrifying was standing up and looking around and thinking, my goodness. And most people, everyone had gone. We felt we were in an empty, dust-filled cavern, and it was glass everywhere. So we just ran for the exit.
I have to say, Pauline, you sound remarkably cheerful and composed.
Well, yes, you have to be, don't you? I mean, I just thank God we were we are safe. We are safe.
Will this change your life in any way?
Oh, that's a hard one. I hope not.
You said you were going to still fly to Puerto Rico on holiday. Are you?
We're determined. I don't know if we will, but we're determined to keep.
But would you get on another plane, go to that airport again?
Yeah, of course. You have to, because, this can happen anywhere. I was in London 2 weeks after the Underground. I still use London Underground. Paris, you have to carry on.
So you think this city will recover quite quickly?
I think Brussels is pretty resilient. I'm sure it will, yes. It's a relatively safe place. Now it's very scary, but I'm sure we'll get back to normal pretty quickly, yeah.
Okay. Pauline Graystone, thank you very much indeed to you and your family, and thank you very much for coming here. Thank you so much.
Bye.
I should add that Pauline also wanted to come here because she wanted to share in the collective experience, both grief and relief at the same time in equal measure. I guess this is part of the almost cathartic ritual that now happens after these attacks, but in every city, after every occasion, it is slightly different with different nuances. The nuance of Brussels tonight is that there is a remarkable amount of good cheer and genuine resilience, I think, amongst the people here, even though in the rest of the city, as I discovered today, it was empty and frankly eerie.